What's the meaning of this? Everyone knows that rice porridge is the only way to properly wrap up a meal.
I understand your frustration, ma'am. That said, I've never seen someone have rice porridge to wrap up a meal of fried rice.
Oh, Prima! Hasn't anyone ever taught you to think outside the... You! Yes, you there!
No, I'm not...
Yes! Let's zip those lips, shall we? I think we all know what I'm thinking. You do, don't you, dear?
Yes, ma'am. Miss Lee, you have just been named as Florum's Interim Superintendent of Education. Congratulations.
Here we go again.
It's an honor.
Superintendent Lee.
Your task is to decide whether the new academy set to open in Florum should be coeducational or not. The supporters of a coeducational school are led by Mr. Sweaty Tracksuit and his patron, one Barris Lair. The opposition is led by Ms. Rhea Veeling, with the support of Einheria Venus. Both sides are quite passionate about their positions. The side you oppose will likely use force in an effort to change your mind. See that you are fully prepared, then come to the Western Hidden Village in the Twilight Ruins to render your final decision.
Just as annoyingly organized as ever. You have everything planned to a T, don't you?
You're too kind.
We'll be taking our leave then. Oh, don't worry. I know you can do this. I believe in you. Come along, Prima. We're off to the Twilight Ruins.
Yes, ma'am. So, Idia, I understand you studied the sword with Einherja. But what about this Barris person? He's from Eternia too, we?
Yeah, how many years ago was it when we first met? I remember it was just after I joined Master's school. That winter, Eternia was full of talk of an abominable snowman. Supposedly it was prowling the western corridor and ambushing unwary travelers. So I decided to go and deal with it myself.
How old were you then?
10? 12? Old enough to handle a sword, I can say that.
What? Nobody tried to stop you?
Sure, they tried, but I was having none of it. I even convinced Alternus to come with me.
Convinced? Or forced?
Anyway, we headed straight for the western corridor. But Einherja caught us before we got there. She'd been sent to bring me back. Alternus tried to help me get away, but Einherja got the jump on him, and my little game was over. Oh, you should have heard me whine. Einherja couldn't wait to get me back to town. But after all the running around and chasing, we were pretty exhausted, all three of us. That's when the blizzard hit. The world turned white. We could barely see, and then a giant figure slowly emerged.
The abominable snowman!
He knocked out Einherja before she knew what hit her. Alternus moved to protect me, but soon he too was on the ground, unconscious. Then it was my turn. I don't know how much time passed. I awoke inside a cave, warmed by a small campfire. When I looked around me, I saw Einherja on the ground, and also Alternus, battered and beaten. Then I heard the thud of heavy footsteps, and a giant shadow loomed across the cave wall.
The abominable snowman!
I knew it had come to eat us, but I didn't even have the strength to stand. I trembled in terror as the giant slowly turned and bared its gruesome fangs at me.
Yikes!
Then, I passed out again. Several days later, I was kneeling on the floor in fencing class, getting a real dressing down from Master. Father had already given me a spanking I wouldn't soon forget. It still stings just thinking about it.
Wow, so, you made it out alive?
Well, obviously. Otherwise I wouldn't be here telling you the story, would I?
Well, so, what happened to the, abominable snowman? Let me guess. It was actually Barris, right? What? Barris was the abominable snowman?
Don't be silly. Sir Heinkel had ordered Barris to chase the monster away.
Whew, that's a relief. But there really was an abominable snowman?
Kind of. As it turned out, it was just an ice golem that had escaped captivity. It had knocked us out before we could get a good look at it. But Barris showed up and drove it off before it could do any real damage.
Huh, then after, in the cave...
It was Barris who carried us there, to keep us warm and treat our wounds.
So the second time you passed out, that was Barris?
Yeah, that really cheesed him off. I just grinned at you and you conked out like I was some hulking beast, he said. I guess it hurt his feelings or something. Maybe he's more sensitive than he looks. Every time he saw me, every time, he'd bring up how I fainted at the sight of him. Anyway, he and Alternus ended up as good friends. And Einherja joined Master's school to study the spear. I guess you could say it was the abominable snowman who brought us all together. Anyhow, those two are impossible to talk to. Stubborn as behemoths, the both of them.
What was it they say? Birds of a feather?
Hey, what's that supposed to mean?
Yes! This vase is a pristine specimen of Golden Era Twilight porcelain.
Isn't that a mustard jar from a local alehouse?
Yes, Yes. At a glance, it does appear that way. But we cannot discount the possibility that it is a priceless artifact. Mark it down.
Yes, ma'am.
Really, though, just how long does she intend to keep me waiting?
And who might that be, ma'am?
That idiot girl! Hasn't she made a decision yet? While I could continue to expound on the wonders of Luxembourg's cultural heritage sites, I do have other important tasks on my plate!
Indeed, ma'am. If you could just wait another 5 seconds.
3, 2, 1!
Excuse me?
Well, it certainly took you long enough. We've been waiting, you know. Now zip those lips, no chit-chat. Tell me, Superintendent, what is your opinion of the situation? Come! Shall we separate boys and girls in the new school or not? Let's have it out of you, no dawdling!
Well, you see,
Enough waffling! Are you trying to vex me, you vexing vixen? Can't you make a simple decision?
Hang in there, Idia. Take as much time as you need, Idia. After all, your choice is probably going to drag us into a battle against the losing faction.
believe me, I know. The new school in Florum should be co-educational.
And your reasons,
Florum has finally recognized the equality of the sexes and been reborn as a nation where men and women live together in harmony. Tradition is all well and good, but even the Sacred Flower Festival has changed. Why shouldn't its schools be any different?
Yes, of course. And I see that you've joined us as well. Superintendent Lee here has stated her opinion. Do you have any objections? You do, don't you? A whole heap of them,
Yes, a whole heap indeed. I cannot accept the superintendent's hasty and rash decision.
And why is that?
Of course, men and women are equal. There is no reason why they should not have the same rights under the law. However, Florum has a long and storied history as a nation of women, by women, and for women. A festival is one thing, but to erase all boundaries between men and women in students' daily lives is surely moving too fast.
If something is the right thing to do, you don't just do it halfway. You have to commit to change.
But too sudden a change will only lead to things spinning out of control! Yes, I see both sides will not waver in their convictions and all that. Very well then. May the strongest woman win!
What? You want us to fight it out?
Tut. Zip those lips. All these stuffy arguments just drag and drag. Isn't this way quicker? And frankly, more fun.
I accept your challenge.
Einherja!
Prepare yourself, Idia. Holder of the Valkyrie Asterisk and mightiest of the Venus Sisters, you stand before Einherja Venus!
Say your prayers! Forgive me, my sisters. You've grown strong. We will leave this place. Dry those tears. There are still a great many things you can do for this nation. Let us find another cause together. I will always stand by your side, Rhoda. Ryla?
Rhea! Rhea Veeling!
Right. Now, farewell, Idia.
Wasn't that...
Your opponent, yes. Or your former opponent. We've just ruled in favor of your co-education proposal.
Truly? But Miss Veeling will also be teaching at the new school, won't she?
Yes, naturally. She's a perfectly capable teacher, after all. We would not exclude her due to petty politics.
Why, that's wonderful. To tell you the truth, I've always considered her awfully...
Yes, I could tell it at a glance. Now zip those lips. Hurry and go running after her. Run! You might still win her heart. Yes, I believe in you. Now off you go.
Yes, ma'am!
What's the matter, Idia?
I don't know. This just kind of brought it home, you know? There are so many sides to every story.
Yes, how much you've learned. Why, my naming you superintendent was clearly a stroke of genius.
Superintendent, huh? Moving up in the world, aren't we, idiot? To tell the truth, I'm thinking of giving up on the whole bone setter thing myself. Maybe even becoming a teacher or something.
Teaching what exactly? You do know that you need a license to teach, don't you?
A license? Course I got one of those!
You do?
Master Lair is one of the world's foremost martial artists with certificates in every major fighting style, not to mention a license to teach 22 fields of medicine, including orthodox qigong, chiropractic, acupuncture, moxibustion.
Say what?
Yes, a star instructor like you would surely attract promising students from around the world. What do you say? Worth a try, wouldn't you agree?
I don't know. I did tell Holly to come open a clinic with me. And recruiting students and all? That sounds like a royal pain.
No pain, no gain. What have you ever gained without pain? Nothing, that's what.
That mouth of yours! I think my ears are bleeding! Catch you later, you crazy old lady!
What an odd thing to say. Why, the Chancellor's only 40 years of age. Middle-aged, yes, but not old by any stretch of...
Prima! Zip those lips.
come on already. How long do you plan on following us, Peller?
If you knew, you could have just said, so. That's smart, something terrible. Oh, me.
Well, what about you? You seem to remember us too, so why the stalker act?
I considered abandoning this tack, but quietly following you all seemed more considerate to me.
I can't tell if you're mocking me or just plain missing something upstairs. All right. So you're wondering what to do about your grandfather's previously undiscovered song, The Grand Ship. It's a song about those who live on the sea. A song about men's hearts and dreams, just like your grandfather wrote about in his last note. But the diva of the battlefield, Praline a la mode, also has her eyes set on the song. She came to ask you if she could make a new arrangement of it for her own repertoire. And Barbarossa, taking that as an affront to your grandfather and all true sailors, came to you to protest. Does that sound about right?
Yes, precisely. However, there's just one more thing.
Huh? What did I miss?
Neither seems to remember that we've been through all this before.
Seriously? Come on. You can tell us more at your studio. In the end, it doesn't matter whether or not those two remember.
Right. It's still just a question of whether you want to give Praline the go-ahead or not.
Don't I know it?
Hold it. Didn't you promise to knock off that whole singing while you talk thing?
I did. You'll have to forgive me.
Me?
Right. The issue at hand is the same. I must decide whether or not to approve Miss a la mode's arrangement. Whether they remember prior events or not should not matter. And yet...
You've seen what kind of opposition you'll face from the losing side.
That I have.
And you're not sure you have the guts to face them again, huh?
That I do not. Not one bit.
That sounds like a problem. You wanted to go off somewhere to work on your music, right? The Witherwood, was it?
That it was.
Well, you can cancel that trip. Now then, I think there should still be one left over from that festival. Here.
A microphone and speakers? What's all that doing down here?
That red creep had all kinds of hobbies. You wouldn't want to guess what he did to entertain himself down here.
And what are you gonna use it for?
I'm going to use this microphone to deliver my advice to Mr. Rockefeller here. And when I do, I'm pretty sure someone is going to overhear it and show up in a rage.
Then you beat them into submission with your manly strength, Idia.
Hey, what do you mean manly?
Praline is here in Florum, so she'll hear it for sure. But isn't Barbarossa off at sea somewhere?
Like he hasn't sent one or two of his mates here to see what Peller decides. Now, let's just get this straight. You're sure you want me to decide for you?
Most definitely. You know these two better than I do, Miss Idia. I gladly leave this mess in your hands. I know that Praline has a veritable army of fans around the world. It would be an honor to see my grandfather's work reach all of them. But I'm also most grateful for Barbarossa and the respect he has shown for my grandfather's last wishes. Given two compelling cases, it's too difficult for me to choose just one. Miss Idia, you're my only hope.
All right then, you asked for me. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Your grandfather's last song should be remixed and performed by Praline a la mode.
If you say so. Now, how much longer do I need to wait here? I have songs to compose.
Barbarossa's lackeys in town are probably trying to contact him as we speak. Even if he steers the funky Francisca here as quick as he can, it would take at least 5 days? A couple of weeks, maybe?
Huh?
The song. But how?
Ye scurvy fools! What's this bilge water you're spouting? I just happened to have run my ship aground, and just happened to send one of me boys into the city. Where he just happened to overhear your little announcement and report it back to me. You expect me to take this lying down?
Yes, what a coincidence. Look, I already know what you want to say.
What, you do? Well, what kind of foul sorcery is this?
You think that Archipeller's last song should be passed along to a real man of the sea, to be sung out upon the waves, like the bard wanted. And there's no way that annoying little slip of a diva should get her grubby, girly fingers on it. Isn't that right?
Aye, it is! So you're savvy after all! Go!
But that doesn't change anything. I'm still going to let Praline use the song for her own arrangement. Look, I know how important that song is. And I get that it was meant to capture the glory of the brave men who live at sea. Dedicated to all who understand the mysteries of the sea and the hearts of the men who sail it. That was Archipeller's message. But I remember something else the great bard once said.
That's right. The most important thing is to have fun.
After Archipeller had taught all of his secrets to his pupils, that was the idea that he cherished most in his final years. The one thing he really wanted was for his music to bring people together, so they could just enjoy themselves. Praline used to use her music for evil, but she's learned her lesson. She's ready to live true to that ideal now.
She is?
She better be.
Look, I'm not averse to having a little fun. Just ask me mates here. But I'll never accept the ridiculous lyrics she put to that glorious sea shanty. They're an insult to every captain, living and dead. I can forgive some things, but this is a plank too far. So, our parley was for nothing, eh? Me mateys and I will show you just how wrong you are. Let's teach this little girl and her scurvy friends what a man's dreams are worth. Come on, boys! I ran away from home at 15 and took to the seas with a stolen galley. I braved waves great and small to reach the sea of corsairs. Hefting my axe on my shoulder, I battled my way to the top. Until I, hay-ridden Barbarossa, was named Vice Captain of the Eternian Black Blades. I'm the only one here who can sing that song with the heart and spirit of one who's lived it.
This is our true power!
めたなら今宵はお前と最後まで鳩場で叫ぶバカや悲しかもめは泣いていた決めた夜はお前と最後鳩場で叫ぶバカや悲しかもめ泣いていた惚れた弱みさお嬢さん今日もパンそれが海に男の酒を伴侶と決めた今宵はお前と最後鳩場でバカ野郎悲しかもめは泣いていた惚れた弱みさお嬢さん決めた今宵はお前とまで葉っぱで叫ぶバカ野郎悲しかもめは泣いていた惚れた弱みさお嬢さん今日もパン一酔いつれそれが海に生きる男の
Let's finish this!
We are not gonna take this sitting down!
決めたなら今宵はお前 鳩で叫ぶバカ野郎カモメは泣いていたお嬢さんそれが海に生きる男のロー
I can still sing. No, so a man's dreams have come to this.
Well, if it isn't crusty old Captain Barbarossa! Whatever would you be doing in a place like this?
Like you don't know. He came barreling in to protest your arrangement of that song, of course.
I know! I pretty much heard all of it from that mic of yours. I cut my rehearsal short just to come here, you know. You see, like, it seems there's been a big ol' misunderstanding.
A misunderstanding?
Oh, an insult to all captains living and dead! Why, have you even listened to my song?
Why, of course I mean, why should I have to? Heard one, heard 'em all, or all kind of...
Wait a minute. You threw this huge fuss and you haven't even heard her song?
Oh, Captain, my Captain, won't you listen to my song? I'll sing it just for you. We're holding rehearsal anyway.
Unhand me, wench! Well, I'll be! To think that salty old sea shanty could be transformed into this frothy thing! Why, me muscles just seem to be moving on their own! Fancy that! Arr!
What did I say, Captain?
I'm having the time of me life! Oh, and I never felt this way before!
I guess we can call this a happy ending.
I knew Barbarossa would put up a fight, but to think he hadn't even listened to Praline's song.
Why, he's a dancing machine! Look at him go!
I know we should have honored Archipella's wishes, but we were lucky enough to know that the Bard had changed in his last years. Your hearts are as one. The most important thing is to have fun. The Grand Ship may have been written for true men of the sea like Barbarossa, but thanks to Praline's remix, now it's a song that everyone can enjoy. Why, I just might have made the right call.
I too have no regrets.
Looks like everyone's getting into it.
Who ordered this meeting anyway? And why all the way down here?
I hear that some hotshot new counselor has been proposing major tax cuts.
A new counselor? But who?
It was I! Hear ye, hear ye! Councillor Kammer, Minister of Tax, has a new proposal that he would like all of you to hear. Minister Kammer, you have the floor.
Fellow council members, thank you for coming today. As you are all aware...
Yeah, we're aware. No need to explain.
What?
Okay, so... Grandship is unique because of its generous poor laws that help old folk and orphans.
Precisely!
At the same time, with no industry to speak of, the country is having a hard time paying for the handouts.
Indeed! You have listened well.
So you want to cut taxes in a really big way and stimulate the nation's economy.
Oh yes, that's it exactly!
At the same time, you'd abolish all the poor laws, effectively abandoning the people who rely on them. Meanwhile, Alternus here wants to preserve the current system and continue helping the weak. Unfortunately, that costs serious money, which is bound to run out, and sooner rather than later. That about sums it up, right?
I would quibble with some of the language, but you have the gist of it.
Yes, it is a fair summary of the situation.
She is the daughter of the Grand Marshal of Eternia?
Surely she can help us! She can show us a way out of our predicament! Speak, girl. You have the floor.
All right. Here's what I think. You have to reduce taxes, even if it means abolishing the poor laws.
Idia, not you too? Has this man poisoned your mind?
No, I'm thinking clearly, Alternus. Your poor laws are wonderful. I truly believe that. And I understand why you want to protect them. But they have to be sustainable. Someone has to pay for them. If the country collapses, no one will be protected. What use will your poor laws be then?
You sorely disappoint me, Idia. You would so callously abandon those in need?
It's not like that.
Oh, but it is. If you are prepared to embrace this scoundrel and his inhumane policies, you leave me no choice. I warn you, Idia. Is this your final decision? Then the debate is over, Idia. My sword will speak for the orphans you would abandon. I am the Dark Knight, Alternus Dim. You would forsake the common people? You will taste my anger and my steel!
Cheer up, guys! I've got this!
again! The children are our greatest treasure! A nation that forsakes them has no future! But let us speak of another future! Our future! Yes, you will be my bride! And I shall be your...
This isn't the time for proposals, you ninny!
No! The nation of my dreams is no more. Curse you!
Wait! Alternus!
Wonderful! Your father would be proud of you. Now, it's time to put this nation back on its feet. Soon, we will be able to rebuild infrastructure, slowly but surely.
Huh.
For now, we must work to replenish our coffers, while helping the poor as much as possible, of course. Not everything is black or white. With compromise and moderation, perhaps we can have our cake and eat it too.
I trust you'll find a way.
The taxes on foodstuffs were cut to almost nothing! I can't tell you how much easier things are now.
Yeah, since the tax reform, business has been booming all over Grandship.
Oh, I'm starving.
Me too.
It's too bad about the poor laws, though. The orphans have had a rough time of it.
And what about Alternus?
He hasn't been around much, not since the engine room meeting. He's been running all over the place, trying to help the orphans.
I guess it's not easy to keep the coffers full and look after the poor at the same time.
Perhaps. And perhaps not?
Huh?
All right, everyone. Time for the Eat Your Fill buffet.
Eat your fill?
Yeah, with the tax cuts, the merchants are finally turning a profit again.
And they've been donating their extra profits to help feed the children. Aw, ain't that sweet?
Wow, that's really generous.
Beg your pardon? I heard there were some children here looking for work.
You bet there are, right behind you.
Oh, don't you two look keen? If you apprentice with me, I'll pay for your schooling. What do you say?
You got it, mister. We'll work hard and study hard, too.
With the nation's economy improving, people are taking up the slack to look after the kids. Grandship should be proud of itself.
I think so, too.
It was all thanks to you, Idia.
Oh, I didn't really do anything. I just said what was on my mind.
Idia, my dear, the food won't last forever, you know. Aren't you going to dig in?
You don't have to ask twice.